see it? Right above it. You hit the rock above it. Well, got us a Cva Wolf. Last year I hunted with, way back when, and his son. I drew the tag this year to go hunting with him again. So I needed one. That's what I got, was the Wolf. Him and his boy have a traditions, take some tools and stuff to work with it. This break action like a single shot shotgun, and this just comes open with your fingers. It's really a slick trick on these. They are from the factory tapped for scopes, optics on these. Well, here in Washington we're not able to have these, but it comes with the optic sights, fiber optic sights. They're really cool. They really light up in this light, and around here in the rain, as we get a lot of, they still shine really well. So with all that, I got it at a local shop around here, helping the little man out instead of online. Prices on par with the online prices, so you can't go wrong with the price. A couple of the cool things, like say the break action, they come with a thumb stud. Like if you ever had an old 30-30 and you put a scope on a 30-30, it's hard to get the hammer. This already has the hammer spur, comes with it, and the whole break action. Rod, nice recoil pad. The aesthetics with the stainless on these is kind of nice. That's the other thing, in you hunt in Washington, stainless steel is kind of a nice option, because black powder is really corrosive, for one, and then the rain and the wet starts eating the blued guns up pretty good. With the stainless, it's kind of the way to go. That's pretty cool with these things. So this Wolf, it is what they call the Magnum style gun. So you can shoot 150 grains of black powder. These Hodgson's little pellets, each one of these are 50. There's 100. There's a 150 charge. Shoot some of these plinkers. The whole Magnum capability of these, you don't need it for these western blacktail. That's good for like an elk hunt, long range type, just plinking with these things. A lot of people do like to plink. You know, not everybody likes to hunt, but you can shoot these out there decent range, especially when you figure you're putting 150 grains of black powder. And with these little discs, you're not having to measure your shots, all your powder. There's people out there that say these guns are more accurate with the loose powder. I don't know, but I know that the ease and convenience, the pellets are really cool. Put our ears on. And one of the cool things with these is that even though you've got a charge in it, it really can't do anything until you put a cap on it. And a lot of people, well, what do? You get in and out of the truck, in and out of the truck. You have to unload your gun. State of Washington, all we have to do to consider it unloaded is take the cap off. It can't go anywhere, can't do anything. So when you do get where you're going hunting, you do your hunt, nothing happens, take it out. At the end of the day though, before you go home, it's always good to discharge them and get them cleaned up. 150 grains, Magnum charge. There you go. So for the Northwest, the stainless steel I thought would be a better choice to go for. This Cva Wolf is a very good gun. You do the online reviews, they're solid. Anything that will shoot the 150 grains of black powder is pretty tight. It's accurate. Shooting out here around 50 yards, 75 yards in this pit. So you can hit stuff with it. It's online with hunting capabilities. When you can hit at those ranges with black powder accurately enough. This gun here, this Traditions, it's been a very good gun. Trigger could be a little lighter on it. This one here could be a little lighter than the Wolf. All in all, right out of the box, they're both very accurate guns. I just like the stainless steel, especially in this crappy weather we have around here. So for hunting season in the rain, I go with stainless.
All right, I got a 150 grain charge of black powder in here. I just want to see how it feels. I always shoot 100 grains. I don't really see any reason for 150 grains. 100 grains is perfectly accurate. And in the brush that we hunt for the small deer around here, I don't see any reason to shoot that kind of charge. But I'm just going to give it a whirl and see what it feels like.
You got a smoke cloud.
Significant more recoil. That was pretty crazy. Quite a bit of recoil, actually. Probably at least double the recoil it felt like to me. All right, we just want to show the difference between the Traditions tracker and the Wolf as far as maintenance and care of the rifle. Now, with the Traditions tracker, you have to, it's quite a bit more complicated to take apart and disassemble. Now, you cannot not clean a black powder rifle. If you shot it, it has to be cleaned. You can't go home and put it in the safe. The next time you go to shoot this, the barrel will be completely corroded with rust. Black powder is very corrosive. So you take this off, the spring comes out, then you got to remove the bolt, basically. Then it requires tools, and you first stick this down here. You have to pull the trigger to remove the nipple. Then you have to sit here and twist this all the way out, and trust me, it's long-winded. Now I've got the nipple. Then I have to go in after the breech plug. To get that out. And again, another long-winded, lot of threads.
Get a little gunk in your threads there, everybody.
Yeah, it's getting caught up. And now I've only put 5 or 6 rounds through this, and there's already just full of gunk stopping my threads. And there's the breech plug. So that's what I had to do to take it apart. I had to have tools and I had to do all that. Now that's the difference between the Wolf and the Traditions.
This Wolf, take your fingers. It is a little long-winded. Comes right out. You can see the gunk on that. 5, maybe 6 rounds fired to this thing, and it's kind of crusted up. But there's no tools.
No spring to keep track of. Nothing.
It's just right out of there, guys.
If I was out in the field, this would be really easy to take apart.
That's what this is cool with. So, when you think of buying a gun, these fingers and the stainless. This is a lot less apt to rust. Got to clean it. That's the whole thing about black powder. Any gun, you should clean every time you shoot. You can be a little lazier with some of your modern firearms. With black powder, it's just unacceptable. You can't do it.
So with that being said, if I was going to go buy a black powder, I'd definitely take a look at this Wolf or anything that comes apart similar to this. This Traditions tracker requires all this stuff. I don't want to carry this stuff around out in the field with me. And if this was to get wet or something and I needed to remove the charge, this makes it real easy. No tools required. Cleaning, no tools required. And also, like he said, stainless. Black powder will rust blued guns and it'll eat right through the bluing. Probably hard to see, but like right here, that's from a little bit of black powder residue being on the ramrod, and it just ate right through the bluing. So it's really hard to take care of a blued black powder gun. So like he said, this Wolf is a really nice choice.